What up? What up? What's going on, people? What is going on? It's your boy JP. And of course, I got my co-pilot here with me, Will Lyons tonight. What's up, Will? How you feeling?
Hey, bro, it's podcast day. It's a great day, brother. How are you?
I'm trying to stay cool in this heat, brother. Trying to stay cool in this heat. It is sultry outside, bruh. And of course, we got our third member, JJ. But right now, he has to deal with a graduation that he's dealing with the kids at the school, telling them to get out to school. So, he's dealing with that aspect of it. But of course, right now, you got the two-man show. Um, Man, well, let's get into it right away, bro. Let's crack right into it. The NBA, the NBA. Oh no! I'm sorry. We got to open up, man. Of course, with one of the iconic sports figures in sports history. Just passed away the other day at the age of 93. Willie Mays, man. Especially you talk to a lot of older black people who love baseball, like my dad and them. Man, Willie Mays was their Michael Jordan and LeBron James of their generation with baseball and stuff, man. Um, Man, one of the greatest athletes that not only in American history but world history, bruh. Uh, speak on the greatness of Mr. Willie Mays, good brother.
Bro, so, I'm not the biggest baseball, aficionado, but, we all know
Yep.
Willie Mays, like you said, our grandparents, parents, all of the generations that came before, two-time league MVP, over 600 home runs. I mean, looking at his resume, he was a pro baseball player from age 17 to 42. Like that's insane, man. Like, the longevity. We talk about LeBron, you know what I mean? There it is right there in another sport, and just from everything I heard of him, he was a representative of the game with grace and always just was there to mentor, all the younger, players that came, after him. So, rest in peace and power for sure to the great Willie Mays.
Yeah, man, definitely. Also, man, 24-time All-Star too. That's crazy, man. He was
You'll never
24-time
hear that.
All-Star.
You'll never hear that again.
You'll never hear that. You'll never hear that, man. But man, 660 home runs, 3,000 hits. Man, I mean, for a lot of people, they say he's the greatest baseball player of all time. And of course, he had that famous catch at I forgot who they played. Was it the Yankees or the one of them? But anyway, it was maybe the Pirates. One of them at Ebbets Field, where he actually went to the wall and no, I'm sorry, the Apollo grounds in New York. They were the New York Giants, I think, back then. But he went and got that ball. He's known to climb walls, but that one iconic catch he had, over the shoulder catch, man, still one of the greatest catches and one of the greatest photos in sports history, man. Also, the godfather of the great Barry Bonds. I don't give a damn what you all think or whatever. Barry Bonds is one of the all-time great baseball players and also the king of home runs as well. So,
He,
hitting the
bro, no matter what,
baseball has to do. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, no matter what they say about Barry, bro, he's the best hitter I've ever seen, bro.
I've ever seen. I've ever seen. Not only that, baseball, not only there, steroids have to do with bulk it up and strength and stuff like that. There is speed. Baseball is hand-eye coordination, so it had nothing to do with his hand-eye coordination. And besides that, before he allegedly, because it's never been proven, but before he allegedly started using, he was a Hall of Fame player before that with the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Yeah.
Easily a Hall of Fame player. So, also he's the godfather of like I said, of the great Barry Bonds. But Willie Mays, man, you left your mark on it in this world, brother. Like I said, one of the all-time great athletes in world history. And we salute to say, hey, kid. Moving right along, bruh. I know you're well, first off, my goodness. Well. This is hard to do, brother. This is really hard to do. We gotta salute the Boston Celtics on winning. Man, I'm about to have a Florida Evans moment from Good Times. Damn, damn, damn. We gotta salute. We gotta salute the Boston Celtics on their 18th championship, bro. Man, I was sick the other night, bro. I'm gonna tell you what. When I watched that game on Monday night, it was 16-13. Then I turned it right before the half. See Pritchard hit that half court shot. They were by 21 points. I just turned it off and just saw the celebration at the end and then turned that off, bro. Um, they were dominant this postseason, bro. They did what they had to do. It was a great win. What was your thoughts on the Boston Celtics in their season?
So the first thing I want to say, I see a lot of people trying to say that Boston had an easy road due to injuries and just different things. At the end of the day, you know, the job is to beat whoever's in front of you. They can't control, injuries and things of that nature. You still have to go out and handle business. And they did that. And honestly, for the majority just of the year, regular season, postseason, they were dominant. I mean, the acquisition of Drew Holiday, Derek White, being willing to take a chance on Porzingis' health, all of those things really, put them in a different tier. Like they were always a good team, since they got Tatum and Brown, but like it was something different, this season. And I won't go as far to say like team of destiny or anything like that, but they handled their business, man. And I think that it was a great move. Obviously, in hindsight, for the front office to not break up Tatum and Brown, because realistically, it would have been very easy to do so. When they didn't win, the final, and some of the disappointments they had, in the playoffs and things like that. But they stood, tall and believing in that duo, and they actually went and found better players to put around them. And it's crazy because I know it wasn't an easy decision to get rid of like Marcus Smart. He was a fan favorite and everything, defensive player of the year. But I look, as much as you like Smart and everything, they upgraded in a major way. So shout out to them. They took some risks in a sense, upgrading their roster, getting rid of the Time Lord, getting rid of Smart, and it paid off, man. They won big.
Yeah, man. Man, I mean, what can you say, man? They look dominant, and you know what? We got to get some things straightened out, but bro, excuse me. I hear people out here talking about Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum aren't superstars. They are. They are. I mean, Jason Tatum's one of the top 7 players in the game. Jalen Brown's a top 10 to 15 player in this game. And Jalen Brown really proved his worth on both ends of the court, offensively and defensively. Jalen Brown's a great player. So I don't want to hear all this, oh, they're not, they're good players, but they're not superstars. Yeah, they are superstars. Yeah, they are. So, and what they got around him, the team they got around, like you said, Drew Holiday pickup was huge. What you would call it, Derek White, the drafting of him was huge back a few years back. He really stepped into his role. Porzingis was a huge pickup. This team, I could see them running it back next year, Will, possibly. I think the only team that could really stop them is really Denver. And we got to see how the other teams in the East are healthy. But right now, they will be the favorites next year. That will Al Horford come back? We don't know. Al Horford, by the way, has had a great career, bro. He's had a great career. He finally got his championship ring.
Absolutely.
But salute to the Boston Celtics on title number 18, man. And Will, by the way, question for you. Is Boston the best sports town in America? I think they are.
So, bias aside, think about the fans and everything aside. When you think about the history of all the franchises that they have, they definitely have a case, man. I mean, even in hockey, hockey, baseball, basketball. You factor in the Patriots, football. I mean, that Boston is up there against anybody.
Anybody, brother, anybody, including UC, including Los Angeles or whatever. That LA ain't got nothing on Boston as far as championships go. I don't think. If you look at it all around, man, Boston's definitely to be the best sports town in America. As much as I painfully have to say that, they are the best sports town in America, bro.
I mean,
You definitely got to see.
I'll give them a little more credit too, because when you look at the breakdown, like California, like for example, LA is like huge. You know what I mean? So that's a lot of teams that will factor into that conversation for LA. But Boston, it's just the teams that we're talking about that we just mentioned. So to me, like those few teams have won, a lot, individually. So to me, that ranks a little higher than you having, let's just say hypothetically, 10 teams. You know what I mean, for your city. Of course, those numbers are going to look a little different.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. And moving right along, well, I know you got to be ecstatic today with the pickup of Alex Caruso today for the Chicago Bulls for Josh Giddey, who's going to, they're sending him to Chicago. Your thoughts on this trade for your OKC Thunder, and how would Josh Giddey fit in with the Chicago Bulls?
So I'll be honest. I'm like, it might sound surprising to some people, but I'm very happy actually for the trade, because I think Caruso is a better fit. I think Giddey, what he could do was limited based on the other pieces on the team. Shea's going to have the ball, J-Dub's going to have the ball. Chet's going to have the ball. I mean, even like with the second unit, the rookie Casey Wallace is going to have the ball. Aaron Wiggins is getting bigger minutes. Dort even is like having a bigger offensive role. So it's kind of like, where does the opportunities come from? And, on top of it, when Giddey got the ball, he kind of frustrated me. It's like he didn't really want to shoot. It was sometimes you almost felt like you were kind of playing like 4-on-5 offensively, and you never want that situation. So to trade him, for a player that is defense first, can really, really guard, like all NBA caliber defender, got some athletic ability, shot over 40% from three last season, and Caruso, he just plays hard. He does everything, like the Derek White type of things that, Derek White did in Boston, that just he'll do anything to win. That's the type of player that you want. And we did it without giving up any picks, which is even bigger, now from Chicago. I think it has a potential to be good for them, because when you look at Chicago, first of all, Kobe White, he's gotten way better, but they need, he's a primary scorer. You need somebody that's a playmaker. And at the end of the day, whatever you think about Giddey's like lack of scoring, he's 6'8", at point guard, and can play point guard. So that's a mismatch, you know what I mean? Pretty much every night in the league. So I think with, increased touches, you'll see an uptick in his stats. He's a pretty solid rebounder. He can be probably like like 15, 16, 6 and 7 or 8 type of guy. So, and he's young, man. There's a lot of upside there, for Chicago. And we've seen it in the league. All it takes is the right fit and opportunity, just because he didn't, come in and become a all-star, all NBA player in Oklahoma City doesn't mean, he can't be good, elsewhere.
I definitely agree with you on that. Now, what does this mean for Lonzo Ball, though? That's a good thing. They said that he had this experimental, I guess, procedure, I think, and that he might be ready for the 2024-25 season. So if he's ready to go and he could come back to maybe even 90% of what he was, Chicago's going to be a pretty good team this year, bro. They're going to be good.
I'm gonna be honest,
Caruso
bro.
brings tough. Yeah.
I think they brought Giddey in because they're looking to replace Lonzo. I'm just being honest with you. It's kind of hard to remain patient in this situation. Like when you think about it, the last time Lonzo played, I think his brother was in Australia. You know what I mean? Like that's kind
Right,
of crazy.
right.
And these experimental procedures, there's no track record of success. So, it's one thing if it's a standard, procedure that he had, and then, you could kind of forecast that he'll be back. And like with some of the surgeries now, guys are coming back even better, but what Lonzo had done is you have no idea, if he'll even be able to be half, what he was. So I think I don't want them to, because I do want to see what Lonzo can do, but I think they're kind of lining it up so they can move on.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I think so as well. If he's healthy, I wouldn't mind bringing him in here to Philly, play team up with Bat if he's healthy, because he would really help this team, and you could probably get him kind of cheap too.
Yeah, bring him
I tell
bring
you,
him
what
in
would
on a
be
prove it.
yeah, yeah, and if he's healthy, man, that's good. That'd be an upgrade for the Sixers.
Mhm.
Um, I think also if you bring Andre Drummond in, who's a free agent, that'll bring that toughness to OKC as well.
Bro, we need that in a major way, because if he doesn't do
You tough.
anything else, we know Jordan rebounds.
You need to, but all those assets you all got though, man, and everything, man, look, y'all. I mean, look, they're one of the teams of the future, definitely, maybe the team of the future. So that was a great trade by Sam Presti again. He does it again, man. Why can't we have Sam Presti here, man? Do this here in Philly, man. But yeah, man, salute to OKC, man. They're definitely a fun team to watch, a team on the rise, and they got some championships in their future for sure, definitely for sure. Um, as we also move on to the where are we going to now? Will in the
Oh, real quick,
realm of
let's stay with the NBA real quick. JJ Redick.
bass. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, man. Had a brain fart on that one. JJ Redick going to the Lakers. I'm gonna start giving you my take on it. He's the analytics guy. We know that.
Mhm.
Um, good basketball mind, very good basketball mind. Um, has no experience in coaching outside of coaching some his kids AAU teams, but we'll see what happens, man. And I'm not doing no slight on this or anything that they did. I say he's deserving of it because hey, he is with the Lakers. But when is Phil Handy going to get a job? Who's got to prove it? Who's got to prove a track record? When is Sam Cassell going to get a job? These guys are proven NBA assistants. And I'm not saying JJ Redick, and I'm not going into that whole thing, the racial angle, because I don't believe it's a racial angle at all. But what I'm saying is you got these experienced assistant coaches for years now, haven't even gotten a call. When are they going to get a call up to it to the job, to a job, NBA job? Even with the Lakers, Phil Handy was there with the Lakers. Why could he get a call up? Sam Cassell, he's well respected around the league. Why did he get a call up? I'm just saying, man. What are your thoughts on it, Will?
I actually agree. As far as like the long time assistants, it's like they get stuck in this kind of weird position where they're saying like most candidates don't have enough experience, but then these guys, they have too much experience, but it's not. It's almost like it's like not the right experience, and I don't really understand that. When you talk about assistant coaching, especially some of these guys like associate head coaches, pretty much. There's like, I'm not saying that head coaches don't have the respect of the players, but a lot of times when you talk to players and you hear a lot of the behind the scenes stories, it's guys like Phil Handy and Sam Cassell that's doing, the little things, the extra workouts behind the scenes, or mediating disagreements between players and things like that. So that's who I
Mm-hmm.
would want, guys, first of all, that's known to develop talent, that has respect and is not going to take shit from anybody. Whether it's a star player or the 12th man off the bench. And that when it comes to Phil Handy and Sam Cassell, that they weren't going to be taking it easy on anybody. They're there to win, and you're talking about. Andy, he has the experience, but when you talk about Cassell, he has, championships as a assistant coach and as a player. So, what
as a player.
more qualifications, are you looking for?
Right. I agree. Right. But man, salute to JJ Redick on getting this job. We'll see what he does, man. He's gonna have a lot of pressure on him, bro, because they with LeBron, AD, and all them, and free agent markets coming up. He can get a major free agent player, get a big three. The pressure is really going to be on him then to make this thing work and bring another championship to LA. So we'll see. Go ahead.
That podcast is gonna be real awkward if they go on a losing streak.
Will they even still have the podcast? That's the thing about it. Now that he's the coach, because that would be kind of awkward. I would think too.
Yeah, I'm sure they can't do it, man. I'm just playing.
They can't do it. Conflict of interest. I'm pretty sure of that. But hey, man, salute to JJ Redick, man, for getting the job, man. And, we'll see what he can do, man. He's definitely, like I said, smart guy, analytics guy, and two with the modern day NBA. We'll see what he can do, definitely. As we move on to the next subject, Will, did you see the concert last night? You know what? Before we get to that, we gotta talk about something else too, bro. That we see, like, we talk about this weekly, and I'm gonna be frank, more bullshit. Angel Reese with a so-called hard foul on Caitlin Clark. People once again jumping the effing gun over bullshit. It was, if you look at the play, it was nothing intentional. It was a common block shot with her arm actually came down and hit Caitlin Clark. And you see that all the time. You see that all the time in the NBA and stuff like that there with guys who go for block shots. So why in the hell are we sitting up here talking about something that should be a non-damn issue? Why?
I'll be honest with you, bro. It's because, and I hate to have to say it like this, but it's because a major percentage of people that's watching now don't respect the women as competitors. And what I mean by that is, like you said, it's a common foul. If you go to any park, any gym, watch any game, you see that type of foul all damn game, But because it's the ladies out there and because Caitlin is involved, it's an issue. They talk about Caitlin as if she's like a delicate flower instead of a world-class athlete, and it's disrespectful at the end of the day. They don't want to be discussed or analyzed any different than any other player. She didn't put years into this game to be talked about as if she's like this porcelain doll that's going to shatter the moment she's fouled. I mean, she got hit harder than in college, probably in high school. It's just part of the game. Like, we've all been hit like that, playing. So it's a non-issue. It shouldn't be, a trending topic. It shouldn't be any of that, man. But it's a lack of respect and honestly a lack of knowledge. I feel like a lot of odds are new to the women's game and they're looking at it like, oh my goodness, there's just such physicality. It's because they hate Caitlin. No, if you watch any other game, that's how they play. They're physical because
they're casual fans. That's what I call them, casuals.
Yep.
And people worry about marketing and getting casual fan. Man, forget all that stuff, man. Please, I ain't gonna get into it. But it's crazy. Well, let me ask you a question. I saw the tail end of it. Did you see the Kendrick Lamar concert last night?
I don't know if you can see my hands. West Side. Yeah, bro. Listen, Bianca and I, we were locked in, man, from start to finish. First of all, we'll get to Kendrick's performance. That show was, even though I wasn't physically there, that was one of the best concerts I've seen in my lifetime. They literally represented the West Coast, a bunch of acts, like some acts I've never heard of, a lot of them that I have, like you talk about using your platform for the betterment and the marketing of others, that was really dope. And then the fact that he, like obviously we're from New Jersey, so it's a little different, but I know enough about it. Like the fact that he was able to have enough unity to bring, representation from every set in LA on stage, and nobody was fighting, no issues, no none of that. That was really dope, man. A beautiful thing. I don't know. Some of the people, are not from our culture, so they may not honestly have even known what they were really looking at. But it was dope, man. DeRozan on stage, Westbrook having a time of his life, man. The whole black hippie, movement out there, bro. He brought Dr. Dre out, to go into Not Like Us. Like, bro, that was an all-time moment for the culture.
I tend to agree with you on that, brother. And like you said, him bringing the sets together, man, was real crazy, because I mean, people don't understand. I mean, I'm not on it like that neither, but gang culture in LA is a way of life for a lot of people, and you got sets, like you said, have been warring for like 40, 50 years. Seriously, it's just going from generation to generation to generation to generation. And like you said, for them to come on stage in unity and, all the acts to come on stage, that was an amazing moment, man. Like you said, no beef, nothing. It shows you that black folks can come together and do things. We put our egos aside and do things and have peace with each other. Man, everybody, like you said, everybody who was everybody from the West Coast. Of course, there was a couple that was missing, but basically everybody from the West Coast was there, bro. And man, I got to watch most of that show this weekend, man, because I know it was a hell of a show, man. Everybody's talking about it. It proves to be once again why Kendrick, in my opinion, is an all-time top 10 MC. Now, some of the older heads I know I've talked to, they disagree with me on that, but Kendrick has been consistent. Kendrick has not made, he hasn't. He hasn't made a bad album. And he's got classics upon classics upon classics. And he's an all-time great, in my opinion. He's my favorite MC right now going out here today. And I mean, you got some. I mean, I like Kendrick, Joey Badass is one of my favorites. You got oh man, J. Cole, of course. I listen to Cole. Even Drake. With Drake wants to, he's a top tier MC. When he's not making pop hits, Drake can spit too. So gotta give a shout out to Rhapsody. Rhapsody's bad. She what I mean, she don't get her just due neither. So I mean, man, there are some, like I'm glad Black Hippie came out. Ab-Soul, one of my favorites. Schoolboy Q, real good MC. J-Rock, man. Let me tell you something, man. Who was that? 900? Oh man, I can't think of the last part of the episode.
Phenomenal album, bro.
Phenomenal. That's one of my that was one of my favorite. That's been one of my favorite hip hop albums of the last 10 years, bro. I was bumping that today. That's one of the best hip hop albums of the last 10 years, man, with J-Rock. But it's good to see TDE and Black Hippie get back together because, man, back in like 2016, 17, to me, they were the hottest thing going. And, hopefully they bring it. Hopefully they'll bring out some more music and stuff, and they'll come together as a unit and stuff, because they're definitely one of the best units of all time. I don't give a damn what anybody says. They definitely one of the best units of all time. But shout out and salute, man, to Kendrick last night, man, for, like you said, a dope show and bringing people together last night, man. Shout out to him. Everybody on the West Coast was there last night, as you said. Yes, sir.
So real quick, definitely shout out to Kendrick. But I gotta acknowledge DJ Mustard as well because I feel like he doesn't get his due by the masses. Like of course he's notable as a DJ, but if you look at
Right.
his body of work as a producer, bro, that man is a certified hit maker. Like it's beats that he made that you don't even realize he made. You know what I mean? Like, um, so shout out to him, man. Like his set, you'll see it when you rewatch it. His set was
Yeah.
amazing, man. Like a lot of the music he did with like YG, Ty Dolla Sign, just a lot of guys, man. Like, you know, shout out to them, and they really put on for the coast.
Yeah. I mean, there's some great producers out there with hip hop. Not only Mustard, but also of course, the Alchemist is one of my favorites. Pete Rock. He's still I can't wait for that Pete Rock Common album to come out, man. That's good. It's like it's going to be amazing. Um, man, Knife Wonder. Man, even Jazzy Jeff, man, you got to throw Jazzy Jeff in there, man, because that album he had a few years ago was hot, man. The name escapes me, but it was a hot album with his son and Rhyme Fest and all them on there, man. That was a dope album. Um, man, I'm trying to name some. Of course, you got Premier and Hit Boy got some stuff too, man. Hit Boy
Man, his
got some
catalog
stuff too.
crazy.
His catalog crazy. All the stuff he did with Nas and stuff.
Hmm.
Hip Boy up there too. I know I'm gonna skip some, man, but we talking about the greats, man. The greats and the ones who are doing it now. Diamond D, of course. I got it. Marley Marl. I'm talking about historically and stuff, man. But man, Buck Wild, man. It's some, of course, Dr. Dre. I mean, he's Dre's a damn legend. You know what I mean? That G funk sound. DJ Quick.
Yep.
You had some great producers. Oh, I can't forget my man Madlib. Madlib
Yep.
definitely one of my favorites.
Alchemist.
So yo, yeah, I said the Alchemist. You know that.
Oh,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah. So man, it's a lot of dope
Bro,
producers out
you know
here.
who we gotta acknowledge with the production? Two people. Now they kind of move around as far as their sound with pop and everything included, but when it comes down to it, bro, Timberland and Pharrell, them boys could produce
Yeah,
for
oh yeah, oh yeah, no
like,
doubt,
you
no
know,
doubt. And we gotta say shout out also to Organized Noise too. What they did down there in Atlanta too. Rico Wade, rest in peace, and all them down there, man. Organized
absolutely.
Noise, man. I mean, they did their thing too. And we can't forget about Just Blaze. Just Blaze does his thing. Swiss Beats does his thing, man. There's so many to name, so many great producers and everything, man. But let's see, Will. What other topics we got for the people tonight, man? Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this 17 and under USA basketball team that just got picked. It's
Hold on,
just going to be. It's a real good team, man. It's a real good team.
let me pull it up real quick. I feel like I saw it, but oh yeah, this team
Yeah,
is insane. This team is
it's
insane, bro.
insane.
They got the Boozers, they got AJ, they got Cole
Brandon
Pete,
McCoy.
yep, Tyron Stokes. So this is a player that recently got on my radar, and I know like Kentucky's recruiting him. Chris, I hope I'm saying it right. Chris Sinak Jr. I don't know if you see him, bro, but he's like 6'10". Bro, that kid is a monster, like monster. And of course, everybody on the roster can hoop, man. But um, bro, just having Cam Boozer, McCoy, and AJ, like, bro, that's like that right there is crazy.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. They should win it all, man. The quick the athleticism and quickness is what they're going to have to win with, man. So of course they're going against taller players. They're going to have to push that pace the whole game, and they're going to throw waves at people, man. You know, but this is a great team they got, bro. Definitely is a great team they have. Um, the AAU scene started to heat up, so of course we're gonna be talking about that. We're gonna be talking about that soon. Man, Camden High got a big transfer in the other day. We see.
Man, I know we were talking about that offline, bro. I'm
Yeah,
interested to see how that takes shape.
yeah, they just reload, bro. You know, and they're gonna be rocking again, man. Um, I guess we could close out with the New Balance meet that me and JJ went to last Saturday. Man, yo, we saw. First off, we gotta start with this kid Christian Miller, man. Ran 100 meters, 9.95, man. That's world speed, bro. A lot of people, and there's some predictions that people say he's going to make the Olympic team. I think he's still 17. He's going to be 18 soon. But there's a chance that a lot of people think strongly he's going to make the Olympic team in 100 meters. He go 9.8. There's a very good chance he can make that team. You know, that's going to be something crazy. We saw, of course, we saw Quincy Wilson run last week, man, and every time he runs, Will, it's he's gonna be dropping the hammer, man. You know, every time he could have gone faster. I feel so he could have gone sub 45, but man, he just chilled with a 45-13, man. But he's getting ready for the trials this week too. You know, trials are going to be a big thing this week, man. We see who'll make the U.S. Olympic team this weekend. So all the talk, all the chatter, all the predictions, we'll have to see who's going to make this team. I think a couple that are guaranteed is going to be Noah Lyles, of course, and Sha'Carri. Sha'Carri, definitely, she's been running well. They're going to put some shows on this weekend, man. So I'm definitely looking forward to a good week of track and field, brother. Definitely. Oh man, you have anything else? Any other topics you want to talk about?
Um, Hold on. I think it was one, man. I had as far as the music conversation. Let me see if I can
The
find it.
best features, hip
Yep,
hop
that was
features.
best feature artist. That's it. All right, man.
On a
So
track.
give me, three to five, man. Some of your best feature artists, man.
Woo! Talk about group tracks.
It could be group, it could be solo artist, whatever.
Man, I gotta start with the scenario remix, man. With Tribe Called Quest, Leaders of the New School, which was Busta Rhymes' group, and they had this dude named Hood, MC Hood. He only made one track because he got killed right before his release. And I think somewhere somebody found some music of his. But man, let me tell you something, man. Back then, man, the way he came out, one of the best. How can you say it? What do you call that, man? My mind is slipping right now, man. One of the best leadoffs. We just say leadoffs. One of the best leadoff MCs, rhyming wise, ever was a scenario remix. I got to go with Clones too, with the Roots and Dice Raw and Mars Co-op. To me, he had the best opening feature ever on a hip hop song. I don't know if you ever heard the song Clones, man. But that song was amazing. But the way he came out, man, to this day, still the best opener ever. I feel as though in hip hop history. I could name some more, but go ahead, brother. Name a couple of yours.
All right, so something a little more recent. J. Cole on Johnny P's Caddy. Brother went crazy. Honestly, J. Cole, he just is one of the best feature artists I've ever heard. I mean, I discovered him on
He's a
features.
great feature artist.
I would say I can't think of a particular song, but Beanie Siegel is one of my favorite feature artists.
Oh yeah.
Just Blackout. He was like, famous for like ending his verse, like the beat cuts, but he's still going crazy. You know what I mean? I used to love that, man. When State Prop was in there, their prime. Nas, man, like Nas is just
Of
a
course.
great MC. To me, he's my number one, but he don't get
No
his
argument.
feature. When you think about tracks like Verbal Intercourse, and just so many
Woo!
other. What's that one? I think it's like Live at the Barbecue or something like that. Um, you
Yeah. I know he had that one line in there, and it was like, okay, you know what I'm talking about. It's like, okay, but no, man, Live at the Barbecue was one of the best group tracks ever, posse tracks ever, man. I can think of a couple others too. J. Cole and Royce on the Pablo boot.
That was phenomenal, bro. Yep.
Yeah, the Pablo boot, man. That was my joy right there, man. Man, it's so many great. Mob Deep and Q-Tip, Drake Away the Pain, man. That's another one. Man, it's so Pocket Digital Underground. I Get Around. That's another one. You know, classic. Biggie and with DMC on the hook. Pray for My Downfall. That joint. Biggie and
Biggie, that's a great one, bro. He's just underrated as a whole, as a feature, bro.
Yeah, Biggie destroyed features, man. Biggie and what's the Bone Thugs and Harmony? Remember that the joint they had where Biggie changed his flow stuff, man.
That song went crazy.
Yeah, man. Man, we could name some more, man. It's so many to name.
So AZ is one of my favorite feature artists.
It's funny. I was playing AZ today earlier at work.
Mm-hmm. And then talking about Biggie, it makes me, of course, think about Method Man because of the what. The Method Man is a slept-on feature artist too, man. Like,
hey, Will, I'm gonna tell you a slept-on track that Method Man had that people, the real hip hop heads, know about it. The joint he had with Conway, Lemon Squeeze. That joint is fire. They both killed it.
that's one of my favorite songs, bro. Like one of my favorite songs. Like Method Man, I was like, yo, he turned back the clock on this shit. Like that song was special.
Yo, Meth did. Of course, I can't forget Meth and Redman, man.
Oh yeah,
man.
Duo.
But I'm thinking about the one song. Oh, why is it escaping me? Look up in the sky. It's a bird in a play. It's a play. It's Johnny Blaze. How High. That's what it was. How High, man. Man, that joint, the remix, man, that joint was. I remember summer '96, man. We played that the whole summer, man. Redman slept on too, man. He can easily be in everybody's top 10.
Big time.
Redman got big time underrated. Oh man, who else could, man? It's so many great. So yo, you know what? Because we ain't talk about the West Coast like that. Kendrick and Anderson .Paak, Tense. That was a great one. Of course, the Dog Pound with Snoop. Anytime they got together, man, they made some classics. You know, we got to say them.
You know what? So this isn't West Coast, but we gotta put the light on the ladies, bro. Lil Kim with Mobb Deep on Quiet Storm remix.
Yes. You know what? Speaking of beans, the one joint he had with him, Amel, and Jay. I'm gonna do it again. That's one of Jay-Z's top 5 songs as far as I'm concerned. Jay-Z's had a ton of tracks. Also for the fam too. Beans destroyed that too. Him, Amel, Memphis, and Jay. That he destroyed that too, man. Yo, let me tell you something, man. Beans is definitely top 3, at least top. I was, in my opinion, top 2, but top 3 definitely coming out of Philly. Can't forget Freeway, Jay, and Beans. What we do is wrong, man. Come on, man. You know what I mean? We can't forget about state property. Rock the Mic. We can't forget about it's so man. We could be here all night talking about this. We could be here all night talking about this. Because there's so many MCs were skipping, and so many greats were skipping too, man. It's like, man, M and 50 Gap, man. I mean, that joint was great too. Man, it's so many that we could talk about, bro.
Yep. So X was a great featured artist.
Who DMX? Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
24 hours to live. Yeah, man. Um, the remix to "We Gonna Make It" with the Locks and Eve, man. Eve
Mm-hmm.
destroyed that track, man.
Eve don't get her due, man. She one of the grittiest, female MCs ever, bro. She was super nice.
When Eve was at her best, man. Very few could mess with her, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got another one. Cannabis and Common making a name for ourselves, man. That's what back then, man. You thought Cannabis was going to be the next one back then. Yeah, I don't know if you ever heard
Cannabis
that
was
song. Making
Cannabis was nice, bro. If LL didn't get in his feelings.
that if we're being truthful about that, I think Cannabis got him, especially with that second round knockout, man. But everybody love L. You know what I mean? So
Oh yeah.
you know, and L had that with Fat Joe and Mob and them. I think Foxy was on that "I Shot You" remix, man. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? Can't forget about L. You know, man. It's been so many, man. Ghost and Ray. I mean, damn, they made a whole damn albums worth of
Mm-hmm.
classics. So man, like I said, man, we could go here. Oh, Burn Hollywood Burn with Ice Cube and Public Enemy and Big Daddy Kane, man. Hey, man, we could go on for days with this shit. We could go on for days. See, I'm in my element now talking to hip hop, man. You know what I mean? Like, man, it's just so. Oh, can't forget Big Pun and MOP, New York Giants too. Can't forget that neither. I don't know if you ever
Oh,
heard that track, but
Big Pun used to go
Big
crazy,
Pun.
bro. What's that band from TV? Yeah, bro. Yeah, Big Pun used to go
Oh,
crazy.
with them and Noriega and Capone and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man, they've had some classics too. Capone and Noriega, definitely, man. It's been so much great hip hop down through the years and stuff, man. Man, when a lot of people are saying, well, hip hop is dead and stuff. But man, it's good. It's out here. You just gotta listen to it. You just gotta stay off the damn radio. Excuse me for my French. Stay off the fucking radio. You gotta understand that there's a lot of great hip hop out here, especially a lot of my older heads out there. You can't be spoon fed no more. You gotta go to the internet to find this shit. There's streaming services to find this shit. So you gotta listen to it through that way. But Will, man, what a way to carry out this show, man, with a bang, man. You know, KRS-One said my 9mm goes bang. And I guess we're gonna close this out, good brother. We're gonna close this out. Um, Once again, another great dope episode, man. Shout outs to, of course, my co-pilot here, Will. Shout outs to JJ, buried in graduation right now, but we'll see the good brother back next week. He's at graduation. And of course, shout outs to the listeners and everybody who's supporting us, man. One love, definitely. Will, you got any shout outs?
Man, since we was talking about JJ earlier, man, shout out to all the graduates, man. Class of 2024, man.
Yeah, shout outs to the class of 2024, whether it's middle school, high school, college, graduate school, master's programs, whatever. Also, man, shouts to our guy Josiah, man. He had a birthday the other day. I think he turned 19 or 20 the other day, man. So shouts to Josiah, man, who we had on
Yes,
last week
sir.
as a guest. Shouts to him as well.
But
Shouts to, like I said, once again, shouts to our listeners and people who watch our podcast. Y'all stay cool. This heat this weekend is going to be dangerous. It is going to be 197 tomorrow, but Saturday and Sunday is when it gets real, when shit gets real. As Black Moon said, shit is real. Saturday and Sunday, 100 degrees. So
drink
y'all
your
stay
water.
cool. Drink your water. Stay in the shade. If you're going to work out, do it early in the morning or go around evening time around 8 o'clock or so. Take your walks then. Do not work out or be in that damn heat between the hours of, I would say, 12 to about 8. Because you're going to be roasted or you might pass out or even something worse. So on behalf of me and Will, we say peace and God willing, we'll see y'all next Thursday.
Peace.